This is Morgan Gee with Greatest is Reward. Um, where most conversations I have go off the rails is what I heard from Simon Collins, or Malcolm Collins, I'm sorry, Malcolm Collins on the podcast with him and Rudolph Lynch. He calls it the Jessicaism. Grok never heard of it. Calls it the just world fallacy, and this is from people who believe in things that are not observable or proven evidence, but because in a just world it would be true. In a just world, we'd all be beautiful. In a just world, we'd all be saved or have the capacity of being saved. In a just world, um, we'd all be intelligent. In a just world, working hard will always get you benefits. In a just world, we'd all have the same shot at things. And this is not only a troubling process for liberals who believe that if you don't believe in the just world that they are trying to create of equality, then that you are actively oppressing people and that you are actually causing the injustice to occur. This also happens with conservatives and people of the scripture who believe that um, God would not do anything evil and or he would not cause some people to be designed for ignoble purposes, as in the pottery of um, Romans 7, when they ask, who can resist God if it's his will that we are, if it's the will of some to be sinful? Paul actually does not address that issue. He says that you're just a pot. What do you have in terms of your own um, autonomy from the potter's hands himself? When I was discussing salvation with a person, they did not believe God would cause someone not to be saved or choose some people and open the hearts and minds of some people and not others people. Um, that is the but throughout Scripture you do read that God is the one who chooses. I chose you, you did not choose me. And we have no favor in that account. We are as lost as anyone else, but for the grace of God. I say these things and people will disagree with me. I'll speak I'll spit out a whole bunch of scripture and people will still go through their him and han, go through their, well, if he does this, then I do this, and if he is just, therefore, or God is love, and therefore, and leave out all the scripture, all the 66 Bible, all the 66 books of the Bible of what he actually has done, and base everything upon a just world or a God that is love or um, things that we want it to be instead of the actual doctrine, instead of the actual politics, instead of the actual demographics, instead of the actual what people look like when you look at them in the face. And some are good looking and some are not. Some are tall and some are not. Some have higher sexual market value, some do not. Um, so that is Jessicaism or the just world fallacy. And that is where most of our conversations go to hell. Here's another example of the just ruled fallacy inside the actual church. When I bring up, will God harden Pharaoh's heart? They will hoo and haw about everything, even though it's written inside Exodus and Malachi that some were destined for damnation and some were not. And people, even within the church, with our Bibles open, will not like what they see.